About Khaled Hosseini as a writer. Khaled Hosseini is an Afghan-American novelist and physician, best known for his emotionally powerful stories about Afghanistan, family, friendship, love, loss, and human resilience. His writing is deeply emotional and often explores how war and political conflict affect ordinary people, especially women and children. Khaled Hosseini's greatest strength as a writer is his ability to make readers feel deeply connected to his characters and leave them with powerful messages about love, sacrifice, forgiveness, and hope. What happens when a woman is born into a world that never gives her a choice? What happens when war destroys everything you love, and yet, somehow, you still find the strength to hope? And what happens when two women from completely different backgrounds become each other's greatest source of courage? Today we are exploring A Thousand Splendid Suns, a deeply moving and unforgettable novel by Khaled Hosseini, the best-selling author of The Kite Runner. Published in 2007, this novel takes us through several decades of Afghan history, following the lives of two women, Mariam and Laila. Their story is filled with love, loss, war, oppression, sacrifice, motherhood, and above all, the extraordinary power of friendship. This is not just a story about two women. It is a story about Afghanistan. It is a story about survival. And most importantly, it is a story about how even in the darkest moments, human beings can find light in one another. So, let's begin. Mariam's childhood. Mariam grows up in a small village with her mother, Nana. She is an illegitimate child and is often made to feel that she is unwanted. Her father, Jalil, visits her but never fully accepts her into his family. Nana's death. Mariam goes to Kabul to meet her father, but he refuses to see her. When she returns home, she finds that Nana has died by suicide. Mariam is left heartbroken and alone. Mariam's marriage. After her mother's death, Mariam is forced to marry Rashid, a much older man in Kabul. At first, she hopes for a new life, but Rashid soon becomes controlling and abusive. Laila's childhood. Laila grows up in Kabul with her parents. Her father encourages her to get an education. She also becomes very close to her childhood friend Tariq, and the two eventually fall in love. War takes everything. War destroys Kabul and Laila loses her two brothers. Her family becomes devastated by the tragedy. Meanwhile, Laila and Tariq's love grows stronger. Tariq leaves. Because of the war, Tariq and his family leave Afghanistan. Laila is heartbroken because she believes she has lost the person she loves most. Laila loses her family soon after Tariq leaves. A rocket destroys Laila's home and kills her parents. Laila is left alone and injured. Laila marries Rashid. Rashid takes Laila into his home. Laila discovers that she is pregnant with Tariq's child. Believing Tariq is gone forever, she agrees to marry Rashid. Aziza is born. Laila gives birth to a daughter, Aziza. Rashid is unhappy because he wanted a son. Mariam becomes deeply attached to Aziza and the three women grow closer. Life under the Taliban. The Taliban take control of Afghanistan. Women's freedom is severely restricted. Laila cannot work, Aziza cannot attend school, and the family's life becomes even harder. Mariam and Laila become family. Mariam and Laila develop a deep bond. They protect each other and share their struggles. Mariam finally experiences the love and belonging she never had in her childhood. Tariq returns. Tariq unexpectedly returns to Kabul. Laila discovers that he is alive and that Rashid had lied about his death. Laila and Tariq reunite. Mariam protects. Laila Rashid discovers the truth and attacks Laila. To save her life, Mariam kills Rashid. She knows she must sacrifice herself to protect Laila and the children. Mariam's sacrifice. Mariam is arrested and sentenced to death. She says goodbye to Laila, knowing that her sacrifice will give Laila and the children a chance at a better life. Laila and Tariq's new life. Laila and Tariq leave Afghanistan and begin a new life. They raise their children together, but Laila never forgets Mariam's sacrifice. Returning home. Laila eventually returns to Afghanistan. She remembers Mariam and visits the places connected to her life. She realizes that Mariam's story will always remain part of her own. A new beginning. Laila becomes pregnant again and thinks about naming her baby Mariam if it is a girl. This shows that Mariam's memory and legacy will continue into the future. The meaning of the title. The title of the novel comes from a poem by the Persian poet Saib Tabrizi. The poem describes the beauty of Kabul. The words "A Thousand Splendid Suns" represent the beauty, hope, and resilience hidden within Afghanistan. The title is deeply symbolic because throughout the novel, Afghanistan experiences destruction. Cities are destroyed, families are separated, people lose everything. But despite all the darkness, there are still moments of beauty. Mariam and Laila's friendship is one of those moments. Their love for their children is another. Their sacrifices are another. The splendid suns represent the human spirit, the ability to find hope even in the darkest circumstances. Final thoughts. A Thousand Splendid Suns is not an easy book to read. It is heartbreaking, it is painful, and at times it is difficult to accept the suffering experienced by its characters. But it is also beautiful, because at the heart of this tragic story is something incredibly powerful: the bond between two women. Mariam's journey is the story of a woman who spent her entire life believing she had no value. But in the end, she discovers her own strength. She discovers that she is capable of love. She discovers that her life matters. And most importantly, she leaves behind a legacy that will never be forgotten. Laila survives because of Mariam. And through Laila, Mariam's memory continues to live. Perhaps that is the true meaning of the title. Even after everything is destroyed, there can still be a thousand splendid suns. There can still be hope. There can still be love. And there can still be a future. The central message. A Thousand Splendid Suns teaches us that even when everything seems lost, the human spirit can still find light through love, courage, friendship, and hope. So, what do you think about A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini? Which character touched your heart the most, Mariam or Laila? And what lesson did you take away from their story? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this book review, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for more emotional and powerful book reviews. Thank you for watching. And remember, sometimes the strongest people are those who survive the things they never thought they could.